Inside Real Madrid's title celebrations as Jude Bellingham boogies on the team bus, Jay-Z poses for pictures, and Vinicius Jr. is swamped by fans. Real Madrid's players were snapped celebrating their Champions League win. They beat Dortmund 2-0 on Saturday to claim their 15th Champions League title. Real Madrid's players wasted no time in celebrating their 15th Champions League victory on Saturday night. Carlo Ancelotti's side claimed a 2-0 victory against Borussia Dortmund at Wembley on Saturday night, with Dani Carvajal and Vinicius Jr. both scoring in the second half to seal the victory. Scenes of elation erupted on the pitch at full time, with Madrid's players seen jumping up and down in a circle in front of their fans at Wembley. Celebrating the win, after the match, Vinicius Jr. was mobbed by fans at full time after he appeared to jump into the Madrid end to celebrate. A video emerged online of swarms of fans gathering around the Brazilian, and at one point he seemed to become buried under a crowd of bodies. Vinicius was later seen in the changing room posing with the Champions League trophy while wearing a pair of sunglasses. In big games, big players step up, and after a sensational season, Vinicius once again dazzled at Wembley and must surely be a nominee, at least, for next year's Ballon d'Or. Jude Bellingham was another player who has stood up for Madrid in his first season at the club. After cutting an emotional figure at full time, he was seen boogieing on the players' bus as Madrid continued to celebrate their victory into the evening. Vinicius posted a snap of himself lapping up the party atmosphere on the team bus, as did Antonio Rudiger and Eder Militao, with the group flashing their Champions League medals while on the team bus. Militao also posted a snap on his Instagram story of himself and Carvajal enjoying a well-earned beer after sealing victory in the final. Several big names from the celebrity world had flocked to Wembley on Saturday night to watch the final, including iconic rapper Jay-Z. The American artist, who owns the Rock Nation agency which manages Vinicius Jr., was pictured on the pitch at full time alongside Thibaut Courtois, with the pair posing for a quick selfie. Who has made a miraculous recovery after suffering an anterior cruciate ligament injury in March, was playing in his fifth match since making his return for Real following the injury. And it seemed like he had never been away, producing some brilliant saves to deny Dortmund forward Niklas Füllkrug during the match. He also shared a snap with his partner Michel Gerzig after the match on his Instagram, captioning the picture, "Let's go. I love you." Rodrigo, meanwhile, was pictured backstage enjoying, sitting down with a Powerade and some fruit. Madrid's players then found their manager, Ancelotti, and threw the Italian coach up into the air, after he had clinched his fifth Champions League title. Thibaut Courtois, who has made a miraculous recovery after suffering an anterior cruciate ligament injury in March, was again on hand throughout the match. After a cagey first half, with both sides coming close to getting the breakthrough, Carvajal would head in a fiery cross from Toni Kroos to give the Spanish Giants a 1-0 lead. Dortmund, meanwhile, had been brilliant throughout the match. They kept Madrid at bay with some tight defending in the first 60 minutes of the match, with Mats Hummels leading the backline superbly. Füllkrug came close on several occasions, testing Thibaut Courtois on several occasions. But after Carvajal's header, Dortmund's heads dropped, with Vinicius Jr. scoring in the 83rd minute to seal the match. It seemed Edin Terzic's side would mount a late comeback after Füllkrug appeared to have scored a late goal in the 87th minute. But his effort was agonizingly ruled out for offside, with Madrid breathing a sigh of relief. It was perhaps fitting that the German midfielder Kroos would play such an integral role to his side's victory on his final game for the club. Kroos has been a brilliant servant to Real Madrid since he joined back in 2014 and wrapped up his club career by lifting his sixth Champions League title on Saturday night. He too was seen lapping up the celebrations backstage and posed for a photo of his longtime midfield partner Luka Modric.